Hey, what's up? Gracious good morning to you, good people. It's your girl KB. You know what I do and you know why I do it. Notice there was no cutesy greeting. Let me timestamp this puppy and let me get into why there was no cutesy greeting. It's 2:57 in the a.m. It's August 19th. I shared in my earlier video, my intro video, see my brow was all furrowed, that I was suffering from a headache. So I just took some Alka-Seltzer, and as I was waiting for the Alka-Seltzer to hit, I pulled up one of my web browsers so I could check my email. And in the meantime and in between time was letting the Alka-Seltzer work. The Alka-Seltzer worked for a hot second. Yeah, it felt good. I felt some relief. Now I'm not quite sure where we're going with this. Got some rumblings. You know, that bobbing. I'm hoping for the best. But in the meantime and in between time, this is the thing that shut down my cutesy greeting, and I'm upset beyond belief. I'm feeling a sense of rage about corporate greed, corporate mismanagement, corporate exploitation, anything that's attached to greed and capitalism. I'm feeling all that. Okay, quite frankly, I can't think of a better phrase than I'm pissed off. There's a sense of moral outrage that's attached to what I'm feeling right now. I'm not going to say the fast food joint, because people want to bring you into the courts and whatnot when you besmirch their name when they've already shown you who they are. Let me calm down again. Anywho, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, there was a story about a woman who worked every shift, every station in a fast food joint. Pardon me, let me correct that. She worked every station in a fast food joint. That means the drive-in window, that means cooking, that means cleaning, and that means the walk-in. One person. Now, I don't know how many branches or, franchises that this particular fast food joint has in this town, Columbia, South Carolina. But she worked every station for an entire shift. That sounds like some mismanagement, first and foremost. But rather than support this woman, who was a single mom, now I'm the champion of single mothers. And some women hate that phrase. I'm not a single mother. So-and-so has a dad, Are you the sole provider? Okay. And the reason I'm a champion of single mothers is, as I told you, there was 3 kids in my house. I'm in the middle. My mother, God rest her soul, was the sole provider. That means rent, food, school clothes, any kind of school fees, utilities. And at one point, my mother didn't drive. I remember getting on the bus with one of those hard plastic wading pools. You know how popular my mom was on that bus? But she made sure that we her kids knew that she was present. I remember getting school clothes. You know, we had the lovely layaway plans. And then we got school clothes on time. Yeah, there was such a thing because my mother would shop from the Spiegel catalog. I don't even know if Spiegel is still in business, or they may be in, different branches or whatever. But that's how we got our school clothes. And my mother would pay over time. So I commend this woman for hanging in there and working that shift now. How did the company repay her? She was fired the other day because she was late. I don't know how many times she was late, but she had kids. She showed up for her shift. She worked her shift. She's worked above and beyond, as demonstrated by working every station for an entire 8 hours by herself. Now, that is commendable. But you repaid her by firing her because she showed up for her kids. How do you make your money? Dealing with families and kids. Yeah, but because you thought you missed out on whatever the minimum wage is. I know she doesn't make enough for insurance for her kids. I know she probably doesn't make enough to cover the cost of living for herself and her kids. She showed dedication to you. You showed none to her. You showed her that she could be replaced. And that is the problem with corporate greed. You forget that there are people attached to whatever's going on. You forget that there are lives attached to whatever's going on. Now, I don't for a second delude myself into thinking that I'm irreplaceable. The same way I came in a joint looking for a job because somebody could be replaced, I keep that in mind. It's time to get out of the mindset of get the bag. I understand, business is business, and we keep business business. But you can still have business and be compassionate. So, I'm just going to put this out here. Is it time to be fiscally responsible with your dollars as it pertains to certain corporations who show the ultimate in disrespect? I know this sounds like socialism, because it is. Get out of the mindset of I got mine and forget you. There's enough for all of us. When we're walking around flag waving, we're the greatest country in the world. You're not when you don't show compassion.